Okay guys, let's go over the market. Had some very interesting moves the last couple of days on BTC leading into the weekend. Now the CME futures were part of the move, but they also closed, so we do actually have quite a decent gap on Monday morning when the CME futures open at about 8,500, 8,700. I believe that's where trading stopped. So going to be really interesting to see how the weekly closes. I've got the weekly chart up here. We broke down critical support about 9,500, 9,400. Also broke the 20 EMA here, which you can see has been fantastic support and resistance. I've spoken about many times. We did, however, hold the daily 50 EMA. Look what we broke there, but we actually just powered straight up now. So at the moment, I'm a little bit neutral. I still hold a bearish bias, believe it or not, because we have failed to close on the daily above 9,400, and we've still got about 24 hours left on the weekly. So it'll be interesting to see how we close on the weekly 20 EMA as well. Flicking over to the daily now, as you can see here, 9,400, our daily candle has just closed. A huge wick here. If you draw the trend line wick to wick all the way down, also a clean rejection of the trend line, 9,400. So pretty crucial point, and be interesting to see what happens over the next few days. I think the next few days up until Wednesday, we probably need to have a nice bullish close above 9,400. Before I'm convinced that this is the bottom and off we go. At the moment, I still hold my bearish bias, but we have actually broken back above the 50 and the 200 EMA, 8,400, and built a nice floor level here at 7,700 region. So I can see us dropping back to the bottom of this range. So this zone here is going to be pretty important in the coming weeks, I think. So at the moment, I'm still holding bearish just for now, but that was one hell of a move. Unfortunately, we had a couple of trades on altcoins on our auto trader, which failed. Everything got whipped out. So there's no way of knowing that a move like this was coming. Weekend, quite often we get the old Bart Simpson pump. I'll show you on the lower time frames, but I certainly didn't expect a $3,000 move in Bitcoin, which is what, let's check bottom to the top. So over 40%, nearly 45% move in a couple of days. That's it's absolutely crazy. We'll flick over to the lower time frames now, see what we can find for opportunities. Not too much to add on the 4 hour. We did break out of our choppy range here and broke through 7,700. That was a nice bearish engulfing candle. So from there, I was looking for a pullback around this region, rejection, and go short. We did actually have some orders set. We got stopped out on that. But at the moment, we're just toying with 9,400 again. So as I mentioned in the 1 hour chart, this is pretty important. Are we going to just create a bull flag here or a pennant of some sort, or are we actually just going to, is that the top and we're going to start trending down, maybe find ourselves in a bit of a channel again for a while? But at the moment, it's definitely still bearish on the higher time frames, but the lower time frames, we certainly could get a trend change. We could easily find support on 8,400 here and look for the next move up, get some momentum pushing back into 9,400 during the week sometime. Not a great deal to see here on the 1 hour. We've got a couple of levels, a couple of touches on a level here, so 8,700. So we'll keep an eye on that. But at the moment, there's nothing really here to trade on the 1 hour time frame. I don't generally trade lower than the 1 hour. We've just got to let this settle now, see what happens over the weekend. I'm not keen to trade on the Sunday. See what the weekly close looks like on Monday, and also the CME gap. I'll just flick over to that chart just so we can see where we are at the moment with the gap and where it is. Okay, CME chart here. This is the 1 hour. Current Bitcoin price is approximately 9,250, give or take a few dollars. This is where the CME market closed for the weekend. So got about a 6% gap there, which is quite large. I would expect institutions to close this gap at some stage, possibly by Wednesday midweek. That's generally when they try to do it. So I am expecting sometime Monday or Tuesday to start accelerating some downside, but however, lower time frame, we do have a support level here, so could just be a pullback to support and bounce and off we go. So anything can happen. Higher time frames, I'm still bearish. Lower time frames, we could possibly have a trend change. Just need to let it settle. We've got bullish and bearish bias on multiple time frames.